like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Partner, you know how guys always tell us it's not about the numbers, it's about the win. It's about the numbers, too. Almost 400 yards passing by him last week. What can he do in this one?
Well, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Maybe he'll try to get 400-plus here and duplicate that honor again. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And quickly now a look at the Kansas City offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
From the 30 on second down, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the number 1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kyler Fackrell. What a sensational effort. That's going to be a loss of 20. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Kyler Fackrell picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
On third and long, it's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for fourth down.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. The numbers there for Connery in last week's game. 17 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. Here's Foles. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. They complete it to Hill. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down. It's Williams, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Working from the gun, Mahomes into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. But no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll get 3 out of the dump off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Foles. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Connor. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Here we go.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing on 2nd down, Foles. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Foles. He completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Flush to his right. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Being chased out left. That one complete to Hill. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Mahomes now on first down. It's Williams on the catch. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Davian Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer?
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Frank Clark getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll set up a throw. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now this offense led by D.D. Westbrook trotting back onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Foles going to come up now, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Completes it to Lee. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Looking to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Be alert, be alert.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Defense.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And this a 39-yard attempt. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. Stop it. Check. Lucky.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. But now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run forward with Connor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Hill on the return. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Mahomes to throw once more. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go. Try to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Right back to Connor here on first. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their
blitz coming, and down he goes. Frank Clark, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. That's caught left side by the tight end Boyle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Frank Clark in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy.
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He is going to find Hill here. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal.
Let's put that team on a box. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Easy.
They'll try and run with Balaj. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
The drive will start with Connor. And shutting him off, now open field. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Let's go.
I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, there's not going to be at the...
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Frank Clark in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. After the sack on first down, Foles. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Here's Foles. Screen pass to Connor. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. It was Armani Watts who got him down. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Pass interference. Defense.
So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes rolling to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Chiefs! They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
On 2nd and 10, Foles. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now Foles. Throw left side complete. That's Lee. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got an open man. It's Burnett. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Foles. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On the draw, Connor. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
You must be dreaming.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Another try after the 1st down sack. Foles. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. A first throw for the backup Griffin. Dancing to his left. It's Hill, complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
We got this.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was